Hey, Team Queens. I know it's been a while. I apologize. I had people hitting me up talking about, listen, I don't understand. Like, where's your stuff? Like, we've been checking on the page and nothing's there. Well, first of all, if you had your notifications on, you would know whether or not I posted another video. I'm just saying. But yeah, I apologize. It's been a long, week and a half? I don't know how long it's been. But I will try my best to get my videos up as soon as I can. Usually it's about 2 a week, or maybe three, or maybe four. I don't know. It just depends. It really just depends. But I'll do my best. All right. So before we jump into the video, again, I am going to remind you to give this video a thumbs up. So like, subscribe, and comment down below. I keep asking y'all to comment down below, and I feel like I'm talking to myself, okay? I'm not talking to myself. I mean, I hope not. Y'all are watching the videos. So comment down below. If I say comment down below, comment down below, okay? And be sure to share the videos. All right, so today we are talking about loyalty. Loyalty in friendships, loyalty in relationships, as in romantic relationships, and loyalty to yourself. So the first thing is friendships. So here's the thing: a lot of us go through moments where we kind of question who our friends are and who they're not, right? Comment down below if that's something that you struggle with, knowing who actually has your back, who's actually in your corner, and who doesn't, right? I struggle with it too all the time, even now. It's hard to tell when people are actually real, when they're actually 100, if they're actually, like I said, in your corner. You can't really tell anymore. People talk all the time. Now, my response is always the same across the board, no matter what. I don't care who you are, I don't care how close we are. If you are coming to me as a friend to tell me what you heard, okay, there's going to be two responses. The first response is going to be, well, thank you for telling me, you didn't have to. But the second one, and the most important one, is going to be, well, what did you say? They're probably going to be like, well, what do you mean, what did I say? Okay, well, when they came to you and after, they said what they said, what did you say? Did you stay quiet? Did you contribute to that conversation? Or did you stop them in their tracks and put them in their place? Because if I'm somebody that's important to you and you're loyal to me, the same way I would be loyal to you, you're not going to let that happen. There's no way that's happening. And then you'll come tell me. So again, you'll know who the real ones are if you're able to ask that question, what did you say? And you're satisfied with their response. You'll know who the loyal ones are, period. It's just based on a simple question. You'll know who has your back. Because I would do the same thing. Like, if somebody's going to come and talk to me and talk some shit, first of all, I'm going to say this, because none of us are perfect. And sometimes it's hard because we have mutual friends. So all three of us might be friends. And it's kind of like, okay, well, you're in the middle, right? Let's say now you are the person that people are venting to, and you're in the middle. It's really hard because you're friends with both of them, and people vent all the time. It's healthy to vent. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if this person is in your ear talking about that person, and this person's in my ear talking about this person, let's say now that I am going to give you my input because I may feel the same way that you feel about them, or vice versa, right? I'm going to tell you this right now. Whatever I say to you, I've already said to them. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Whatever I come out and say to person A about person B, trust and believe I've already had that conversation with person B. I have already said what I'm saying to you to them first. So if I feel like I can't trust you, or I feel like I don't like the way you said what you said to me the other day, you put me in my feelings, I don't like it. If whatever it may be that made me unhappy with you at that moment, just know that you heard it first before anybody else. None of this talking behind people's back nonsense. We are grown and we have class, and we're royalty. You know, we don't do the he said, she said, whisper behind your back nonsense. Unless you're in high school, that's the only way I can see that makes sense. But even then, just do better. Just try to make sure that you represent you the best way that you can. And nobody can ever say, well, you know, you can't trust them because, you know, they talk behind people's back, or, you know, they just talk shit. Don't associate yourself with that. Don't. Why? What's the point? For what? For what? So basically, again, just know that they've already heard it from me first. Okay? The second thing is, I feel like if this is the case, we need to start doing this. I don't care if I have to sit in and be a mediator. Sometimes it's needed, especially when two people are really heated, right? It's needed. But just know that this is going to be a conversation in a situation where there's a group of you guys and you don't want to be stuck in the middle anymore. It's called communication, and we will touch upon that in another video. But for right now, it's called communication. Talk it out, because you don't want them to vent to you, and then when they start arguing and you're like, yep, yeah, I hear you, I agree, they're going to drag you down with them. Trust me, they're going to drag you down with them. They're going to be like, oh, well, you know, well, she agreed with me. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's been done before. Don't do it. Okay? Don't drag me down with you. I am not team A or B. I'm team me, honey. Okay? So, loyalty in friendships. Now moving on to relationships. That's obvious. That's obvious. You know, stepping out on somebody, be loyal. Don't. If you're not happy in your relationship, and don't get me wrong, like I said, and I'm going to keep stressing this point, we are human beings. We make mistakes. We make mistakes. We cheat. Okay? If you tell me you never cheated, kudos to you. But the rest of us human beings, we make mistakes. Okay? If you've never stepped out, if you've never cheated, if you've never even flirted with somebody else while you were with somebody, good on you. I'm proud of you. That's awesome. That's awesome. But for everybody else, we've cheated. We lie. Okay? We lie. We don't always tell the truth. Sometimes it's because we feel backed into a corner. Okay? Sometimes out of anger, we say things we shouldn't say about our significant others. Sometimes we let other people talk about our significant others if we're in our feelings and they're just trying to, like, in a sense, make us feel better by being like, yeah, girl, I understand. I totally get it. Yeah, why do you put... Like, sometimes at the end of the day, that needs to be cut out. It's kind of like, I'm upset and I'm venting to you, but you cannot and you will not talk about the person I'm with because I care about them, obviously. Just like I wouldn't let them talk about you. So don't do it. If you have your opinion, that's fine. But unless I ask you what you think, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Be loyal. Be loyal to your significant other. And like I was saying before, going back to the whole we make mistakes, we do. Now, let's say you go out and you cheat and you step out on your relationship for whatever reason. Let's say you're unhappy, or let's say you guys got into a huge fight. Let's say they're not paying attention to you and somebody else is. Just, you know what I'm saying? Shit happens. It happens, okay? I'm not even going to go on a tangent and talk about, you know, if you're doing it all the time or whatever, if you're unhappy, because some people just cheat to cheat. Like, it's a sport. And I mean, do you? You know what I'm saying? That's not my thing. That's not me. But do you? Yeah, you're going to get caught. But people make mistakes. You're going to step out. You're going to cheat. If you're unhappy, maybe that's something you guys need to, like, talk about. Okay? That's not... Cheating is not always the first option. But we make mistakes. And let's say you make a mistake. You can do one or two things. You could try to hide it and then eventually get caught. You can try to hide it, not get caught, and like have it tear you up inside. Or you can sit down with your significant other and just be honest. Because at the end of the day, as much as it's going to burn both of you, as much as it's going to hurt, they may even walk away. When they do, and if they do walk away, the one thing that you'll know for sure is that in the end, you did what you had to do. In the end, they may just come out after they, you know, they've turned around and after they've kind of gotten over it, so to speak, after they've come out of their feelings about it. They can't not respect you for telling them the truth. They can never drag your name through the mud. They may be bitter because you cheated, fine, but they can never say that you weren't honest about yours. Do you understand? So it's like, okay, you weren't loyal because you cheated, but at the end of the day, you were man or woman enough, you were woman enough to go to them and be like, listen, I messed up. I really messed up. And I understand if you never want to talk to me again. I'm sorry. You didn't have to be honest with them. You didn't, and you did. And in the end, they will respect you for that. If whether they want to admit it or not, they will respect you for that. So again, loyalty to your significant other, being in a relationship, communicating. Try not to step out. Try communicating. Try writing them a letter. Try painting them a picture. Write them a book. Do what you got to do. If you're not happy, just try your best. Get some advice. I don't know. Pray about it. So yeah, that's loyalty in relationships. All right. So the last one is loyalty to yourself. Be true to you. Going into these relationships, romantic or not, as long as you are grounded and you know what you want and what you have to offer out of these relationships or friendships, as long as you don't lose yourself and you stick to those things. I'm not saying there's certain things that are not negotiable. Obviously, there's compromise. I don't like the word sacrifice because it means you're doing something you really don't want to do. And that's what I'm trying to say. You don't need to be nobody's yes man. You don't need to give up your happiness in order to make somebody else happy. Don't lose yourself. It's so important to stay grounded and stay who you are. Be true to you. Be loyal to yourself. If you can't be loyal to yourself, you can't be loyal to anybody else. You cannot continue to make other people happy. You cannot continue to bend and fold. Just like a car needs gas to keep moving, if you run out of gas, you ain't going nowhere. You are not going anywhere. You're going to stay the same. You're going to remain in the same spot. It's give and take. Okay, so make sure that as much as you're giving of yourself, stay true to you and don't give too much, meaning don't give up yourself. Do not give up yourself, and make sure that you're getting something in return. Make sure that you're still putting that gas, that fuel, okay? Because again, you're not going to end up anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to be where you want to be or who you want to be with. You're just not going to be happy. And if you can't be happy, you can't, I don't want to say make somebody else happy because it's not really your responsibility, but you can't give your true self to somebody else. And that honestly just means that you are submitting to the point where, like, they're not really getting you. They're getting their version of what they want from you, if that makes sense. They're getting their own version of you instead of you. You want to be with somebody. You want to be friends with people who want you, who you are, not who they want you to be. Never forget that. All right, queens. I think I've talked enough for today. If you guys want me to do specific, like if you want me to talk about relationships specifically about loyalty or friendships or whatever, let me know down below, and I'll do my best to kind of like touch upon those topics specifically, make a specific video about those things. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, tell me your experiences. If you have any questions, let me know. I will always respond as best as I can, of course. All right, so until the next video, ladies, hold it down, and don't forget to correct your crown. Stay royal.